Top 10 rarest and most expensive cars of all time. Most people can only ever dream of driving a supercar or a lavish luxury vehicle. However, if you're someone who has money to burn, your options can include some of the rarest and most expensive cars on the planet. Everything from limited edition vintage roadsters to futuristic concept supercars. Hey everybody, and welcome to Beyond. Today we're going to cover some of the top 10 rarest and most expensive cars of all time. Make sure to stay until the end, where we'll reveal a special bonus car that'll blow your mind. Number 10. The 1957 Jaguar XK-SS. To start off the list is the curiously classic 1957 Jaguar XK-SS. The car was actually born when Jaguar faced an oversupply of their iconic Jaguar D-Type. They had 29 unsold cars sitting in their manufacturing plant and didn't know what to do with them. Jaguar realized that the D-Type could be fairly easily modified into the XK-SS design, and it only took 3 days to complete the first prototype. The new XK-SS retained the 3.4-liter 250 brake horsepower racing engine from the D-Type, and production began converting the remaining cars into the new model. The number of XK-SSs became even smaller after a fire broke out in the factory in 1957, destroying the remaining XK-SSs in production, and therefore only 16 were ever made. Steve McQueen owns one of the remaining 16, valued at a cool $30 million. Number 9. The 1948 to 1950 Aston Martin 2-liter Sports DB1. This rare luxury car was the first car of the DB series, named after Sir David Brown, the owner of a tractor manufacturing company who purchased Aston Martin in 1947. Just as the name suggests, the DB1 has a 2-liter inline-4 engine, which gives it 90 horsepower and a top speed of 93 miles per hour. With only a production run lasting 2 years between 1948 to 1950, Aston Martin only built a total of 15 DB1s. There's no real value data about these cars, as most owners tend to hoard these treasures. A badly damaged model was sold in 2014, however, for the price of $120,000. Number 8. The 1948 to 1951 Talbot Lagoon 226 Grand Sport. Another limited edition post-war luxury sports car, this car only had 12 ever made. Considered at the time one of the most powerful cars in production, it boasted a 4.5-liter 6-cylinder, 190 horsepower engine, and a top speed of 125 miles per hour. It was also the race car driven by Louis Rosier when he won the Le Mans 24-hour race in 1950. Today, the car is priced between $2 to $4 million, depending on condition and features. Number 7. The 1971 Plymouth Hemi Barracuda Convertible. The Cuda certainly doesn't look very special, especially when compared to the aesthetics of rare cars in the 40s and 50s. But their rarity and appeal to the baby boomer demographic has made them one of the most sought-after convertibles. With only 11 made, the 1971 muscle car is rarely sold. However, after a bidding frenzy at the Mercom auctions in 2014, the gavel came down at a whopping $3.2 million. Number 6. The 1905 Rolls-Royce 15 HP. One of the rarest cars ever made by Rolls-Royce, the last of 6 1905 Rolls-Royce 15 HP is still running. Sporting a 2-door saloon-style body, the 15 HP is equipped with a 3-speed gearbox, a 3.1-liter engine, and, as the model suggests, 15 horsepower, with a top speed of 39 miles per hour. We can only guess the price tag on this vintage masterpiece after an auction house appraised the final car at $35 million. Number 5. The 1954 Packard Panther Daytona Roadster. Originally named the Grey Wolf II, Packard finally settled with the alternative name Panther. Only 4 were ever built, and the final design featured a one-piece molding made completely out of fiberglass. Under the hood, the engine is a straight 8 paired with an automatic 2-speed transmission. The Roadster has 212 horsepower and a top speed of 131 miles per hour. The last sale of the concept car at the Beret-Jackson auction in 2013 went for a respectable $825,000. Number 4. The 1967 and 1970 Dodge Coronet RT Hemi Convertible. This rare American muscle car was one of only 4 ever produced, 2 in 1967 and 2 in 1970. All 4 are equipped with a V8 engine. The 1967 model was the first year in which the RT, Road and Track, was available for this Dodge Coronet. Dodge upped the ante for the 1970 model, giving it a whopping 425 horsepower, which was quite respectable for its time. While not the most expensive cars on the market, the cars still regularly reach upwards of $150,000 at auction. Number 3. The 1954 Oldsmobile F88 GM concept car. Another single-digit produced concept car, the pictured 1954 Oldsmobile F88 is the only surviving model of its 4-car production run. While the F88 series on the whole isn't rare, the 1954 concept variation is a sole survivor. Also known as the XP20 project, the two-door roadster-style cars are equipped with 5.3-liter Super 88 V8 engines and have 250 horsepower to boot. The last surviving F88 went for sale in 2005 for $3.3 million. Number 2. The 1996 Ferrari F50 GT. No expensive car list is complete without at least one Ferrari. The F50 project was originally designed to compete in races against rivals Mercedes and Porsche, but was abandoned when the competition upped the specs of their regular designs. As a result, only 3 were ever made, 1 prototype and 2 for commercial sale. With a 4.2-liter V12 engine and a blistering top speed of 235 miles per hour, the raw power and absolute exclusivity of this weapon justifies a sale price in 2013 of $2.9 million. Number 1. The 2005 Maybach Exelero. Number 1 on our list goes to the extraordinarily rare, uber-expensive 2005 Maybach Exelero. With only 1 car ever purchased from the German tire company, the rarity is probably due to the exorbitant price tag, $8 million straight out of the factory floor. As for the specs of the Exelero, they are just as impressive as its price tag. The car weighs 5,863 pounds, 2.9 tons, but with its V12 twin-turbo engine and 700 horsepower, it maxes out at a rocket-like speed of 218 miles per hour and hits 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds. The car featured in Jay-Z's music video Lost One, and the only recorded purchase, or at least attempted purchase, was from the American rapper Birdman, who reportedly failed to make the appropriate payments and the car was re-seized. Congrats for holding on to the end. As a special surprise, we reveal our bonus pick when it comes to rare, wacky, and pricey cars. It's called the Spirit of Nemo, and it's a doppelganger for Captain Nemo's car from the 2003 Sean Connery film The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's a 7,000-pound 4-door convertible with 2 steering axles, built out of the shell of 2 Cadillac limousines. It's covered in ornate sculptures and trim, and hardly anything is symmetrical left to right. It's no lame duck either. It's got a Caddy 425 V8 under that 10-foot hood, and the designer figured out how to link both cars' steering gear to create the quad steer front end. With a modest price tag somewhere in the ballpark of $50,000 to $75,000, this piece of movie memorabilia is one of only 2 available in the whole world. And that's it for the 10 rarest and most expensive cars ever produced. Which one was your favorite? Did we miss any from this list? Let us know in the comments below. As always, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future videos, and I'll see you in the next video.